March! It's looking like a fantastic month for VR because we can finally say the sentence we have games coming for Quest and for PSVR 2. I am so excited about this. We're going to dive straight into the Quest launch lineup and then we're going to go into the PSVR 2 stuff directly after that. Everything will be timestamped down below, so if you have one platform in mind, then you can go straight to that. Peaky Blinders: The King's Ransom. This game is finally coming out and I am so excited. After having played the demo myself, this game is so promising. I'm really excited for it. If you're interested in the TV show, this is going to be like literally diving into a live action version of that with the actual original cast voice acting all the characters as well. So this one is definitely a special one to keep your eyes on. Next up from Fast Travel Games, we have Guardians Frontline. This game looks like, I don't know, somewhere between Starship Troopers and maybe a bit of touch of Halo in there as well. So yeah, definitely looking forward to this one. It looks very fun. Get in there and destroy a bunch of alien scum as you defend the Guardians Frontline. Next up we have Arcade. This game is honestly a freaking blast. Do not pass up on this one. It's out for PSVR already and it's now coming to Quest on the main store. It's been an app lab for a little while, but now it's coming to main store, so I'm very glad to see these guys and gals get their game across onto the main store. This one is actually amazing. It's like stepping into an actual arcade cabinet and then taking over the main character. I love this one. I've got a lot of time for it. Make sure you get it on your list because honestly, Arcade is freaking dope. Next up we have Not For Broadcast. This is a flat game that has now been made into a full VR experience and coming our way in March. I am so freaking excited for this. I'm actually quite a big fan of the flat game and man, this has got some wild sense of humour to it and also just had a huge DLC drop, so I'm interested to find out if that is going to be included in the VR package as well. But regardless, this is a very fun and wacky adventure where you play as the broadcaster and yeah, you have to kind of deal with the situations as they're going on live on air, and honestly, if you've got a good sense of humour, you're going to really enjoy this one. I'm very much looking forward to experiencing this in VR. Next up and last on the list for Quest releases is Pop 1 is going free to play. Yeah, I don't know what that means for the players that spent £30 or $30 on this game, but nonetheless, it's going free to play now, so it'll be free to absolutely everyone to download and get involved. I guess this is probably a bit of a knee-jerk reaction from Meta in the sense that they've just killed off a bunch of their other games that were free to play. So yeah, anyway, regardless, I'm pretty excited about this. Pop 1 is a freaking fire game, no matter how you look at it. I really love this. I'd actually love to see this game come to PSVR 2. Probably never going to happen because it's a Meta-owned title, but nonetheless, I think it would do well on all platforms if it was given the chance. Anyway, free to play. Go check it out. Next up, we are diving into PSVR 2 titles. Diving into the first title, we have Before Your Eyes. This is a game I'm genuinely looking forward to. Now, I know this has already been a flat title, but this game is exciting to me for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's played entirely just with your eyes, so it might just be the most perfect game for a newcomer to VR to play, and honestly, such a unique idea behind it. It's also got a very emotional story attached to it, where honestly, if you blink, then time moves forward and yeah, don't blink too much because you might miss the entire story, but nonetheless it looks very interesting and I'm just so damn excited to be able to experience this for myself. So Before Your Eyes, can't wait for this one. Next up is one of my most anticipated games coming to the PSVR 2, and that is the Dark Pictures Switchback. Now, a few YouTubers got a chance to play this early, and honestly, from what I've seen of it, it looks just freaking amazing. I cannot wait to experience this. I am a huge fan of the Dark Pictures games, and honestly, being able to experience any form of that in virtual reality is going to be absolutely next level for me. I pray that this game does well because honestly, I would love to see this studio do more with VR again. They've already made some freaking dope games in the past for VR, and seeing them make a comeback with Switchback is super exciting to me. This horror game is like nothing you've ever seen before. Trust me when I say that, because it's really relying on a lot of the new tech that's in the PSVR 2 to make this something very special. So keep your eyes peeled for this. Even if you're not a big horror fan, I feel like this is one that we all need to dive into. Next up, we have Gorn on its way to the PSVR 2. This is kind of exciting, actually. I'm looking forward to this dropping. It'll have a bunch of new upgrades, I'm sure, for the PSVR 2. And yeah, it's just an exciting one to be coming. If you want to slice and or dice your way through a very, I would say a stable title of the VR community at this point, then Gorn is going to be there for you to dive into. Startenders Intergalactic Bartending. Well, that, my friends, is a mouthful. But nonetheless, the Yogscast title is going to be making its way to the PSVR 2. Honestly, I've played this game on Quest. It was an absolute blast. It's just a very fun one to get into, and I think it'll be a fun one to have some friends over as well and watch you spectating and then sort of switch over as you go through it, as it's just funny, quirky, and you get to make a bajillion different drinks in this game, and it's just kind of fun. It's also got some interesting mechanics outside of the bartending element where you can go in and craft up new equipment, and there's a bit of a storyline going through it as well, so actually definitely one to keep an eye out for. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution is hitting the PSVR 2, and I am so damn excited for this. Honestly, I have been holding off. Although I've had access to the Quest version for a while now, I have been really holding off because I knew that I wanted to experience this game in the highest fidelity possible, and I believe that's going to be via the PSVR 2. Now, it's also coming to PC around the same time, but I'm just looking forward to all the integrated haptics and fun things that they're going to do with this game to make it even more enhanced playing it on the PSVR 2. Hoping they're going to make some good use of those adaptive triggers, and yeah, beyond hype for this. Can't wait. Last up on the list is Nock Bow and Arrow Soccer. Man, I am so freaking hyped for this. I love Nock. It's one of those games that actually grabbed me fully by my attention, and me and Nathy used to jump into this game quite a freaking lot just in our own time because we both got a little bit hooked by this, and yeah, you should too, as Nock is freaking awesome. So make sure you be checking this out on the PSVR 2. Damn, what a fine list we have on our hands. All these games are coming your way in March, and I'm so damn excited. Also, PPS, there is a bunch more that I can't even announce yet because, you know, top secret. But keep your eyes peeled, as there's going to be even more titles coming out for both platforms across this month. Man, I love being in virtual reality. If you do too, smash like on this video, as I would massively appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.